Guys and gals, Sweet Project Cars here with cool, trick, and affordable ways for the do-it-yourselfer and simple ways. Our oil video will be out next week. These are the ones that we are going to go with. There's many others, of course. So if you don't see your particular oil here, doesn't mean that it can't be, figured into this thing. So that's what you see we're going to be dealing with. And we're going to show you on the next video, as I told you, how to make your own motor oil. The best motor oil of any of this. That's how it goes. Now, we are talking today about the 3 most important things you can do for your engine longevity. For your motor, your engine, it doesn't matter what the engine is, if it's runs on gas or diesel, the 3 most important things we're going to share with you that you need to make sure you do, and anybody can do it. Any DIYer can do this right here. Now, not only important is the oil that you use, but it's also important that the oil filters that you use are the best you can afford. And that's what it really comes down to, is what can you afford? Everybody's got their feelings on oil filters as well as they do with oil. This is one of the most important things. Don't chintz out on what keeps your engine running, and that's filtering the dirt out on top of using really good motor oils. Okay, so that's our tip number 1 right there, using the best oil filters you can possibly afford. Okay, then the next thing is your air filter. Your oil filters, and your air filters. I can't stress enough the 3 easiest things to do to a vehicle as far as keeping up on them, doing preventive maintenance, is sitting right here in front of you. Okay, all the paint work and body work and shining and all that stuff is no good unless your car's running tip top. Of course, changing your spark plugs and that kind of thing is important, but you got to have the best lubrication, filtration that you possibly can get. Okay, it's just, I can't stress that enough. And the cool part about being a DIYer is that all this, again, is simple to do. Most anyone can change their oil filters. Most anyone can change their oil. Most anyone can change their air filters. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, what is one of the best tips as far as the videos that we've done that we love? And I'll tell you, I love all the stuff we do because it's simple. Most of it's all simple to do. But when it comes down to your engine, now you have to think about your engine. Your engine or motor is an air pump, okay? It sucks air in and blows air out. So you have to keep that flow going beautifully. Always remember, the faster you get it in and the faster you get the air out, the better your vehicle is going to run without restriction. Okay, same with your oil. When you run good oil, it's doing its job, it's flowing, the filters are taking care of business, they're filtering out all the dirt. When these get clogged, no different than when your air filter gets clogged, you are going to be restricting what it is you're trying to do, and that's keep things flowing. One of our biggest and best tips that we absolutely love when it comes to doing these 3 easy steps that anybody can do is the air filter little tip that we have. Now, we've done a video on this particular thing, but I got to tell you, when it comes down to dealing with your air filter and dealing with your mass air flow sensor, that's what this little rig is right here, This is a bonus thing that you can do. Most anybody can take their mass airflow sensor off. When you're dealing with this right here, that air filter, we love to take our new air filters, every one of them, just on the outside, and we take some silicone spray, and all you do is this right here. That's it. And what this does is it stops the dirt quicker. Yes. And you say, well, my filter will get dirtier sooner. Would you rather have the dirt going through the filter into your motor or your engine? Think about that for a second. When you say, yeah, but it'll make my filter have to be changed sooner. If you have to change it sooner because it stopped more dirt and dust and small fine particles, then so be it. Now, K&N, as you know, K&N oil filters have used oil on their filters for years. And the reason they do is because oil attracts dirt. It stops it. It will not allow it to go through. And you can clean them. These are cheap enough. These filters are cheap enough that anyone can change them, that you just spray the silicone on it, no matter which one you're using. And hey, Julio, tell everybody where they can get all these fine products.
Buscar en el show más de la descripción de video para todas las herramientas.
Thank you, Julio Cesar Chavez. Now, let's do this one here, this filter. This is how easy it is. Done. That's it. And yes, it will get dirtier quicker because it's stopping more dirt and dust. If you don't stop the dirt and dust and it doesn't get dirtier quicker, it's because it's going through the filter, the fine particles, and into your motor. That is not a good way to have engine or motor longevity, okay? Now, when it comes to a super special little tip, people always say, well, if you spray silicone on your filter, it's going to get into your mass airflow sensor and cause issues with it, and you'll get codes and readings, and wrong. We have done this for years and years and years and never had an issue with the mass airflow sensor because we spray our air filters with silicone. Now, as a DIYer, you can very easily take your mass airflow sensor off and use your mass airflow sensor cleaner. Very simple to do. And what we do is we always go opposite way that it sucks the air in. So this is showing the flow right here. This arrow, it's going that way. So it's sucking the air in from this side and blowing it out there. So which way is it going to be dirtier? It's going to be dirtier on this side because the air hits this first. So you spray from this side, opposite way of the arrow, right there. And we spray the whole thing. And make sure you get all the contacts. And we only use the best of the best mass airflow sensor cleaner. After you sprayed it all out, just like that, you set it out in the sun 5 minutes or so, and it evaporates extremely quick. Put this back on. This should be something you do every time you change your air filter if you want to keep your vehicle running tip-top shape. Recap: the best motor oil that you can afford, the best oil filters that you can afford, and the best air filters that you can afford. And that's what it really comes down to it. If you got a lot of pride and joy in your vehicle and you plan on keeping it for years, then this is the key right here. Taking care of it with the most important things. And this is a simple little clean on the mass airflow sensor that makes a big deal on how your vehicle runs. This stuff keeps it running longer.